Hey, what's up everyone? In this video, we're going to be looking at a couple new resources for the upcoming Canvas starter site. And these are the support pages, both light and dark mode. We're also going to be looking at the contact form pop-up and contact form trigger pop-up. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be following along with my own build notes that I use to document the creation of these starter sites. So for that, I'm going to go through my build notes now and find the support page, and we're just going to work through this together and look through some of the highlights on the starter site. So to start, any business that sells products and services needs a support page to educate its customers. This benefits the customer and prevents the business owner from repeatedly answering the same questions. The support page for the starter site provides real-world support information to listing owners in the areas listed below, with relevant links to areas of the site and links that call the contact form pop-up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and look at those, what I mean by that. Okay, so let's tackle the first one here. The support page provides real-world support information to listing owners. So let's look at that. Here's the light mode version of the support page, and we'll get into some of the design elements here in a bit. But let's first tackle the real world stuff. So as you can see, someone's real world example, someone would say, how do I access my account? And we provide, actual information, things that we would actually say to the customer, including a link, which is in the build notes, you'll see, how to say here, real world support information with relevant links to areas of the site. So what I mean by that is you'll see this link right here. This will take them to the area of the site where they can access their account. So that takes them here. It's going to look a bit different, different than you see here. So ignore the design here. It's going to look better a little differently. It's because I'm logged in as the admin, so it looks like that. Same thing. Where can I change the password? There's a link. How do I request for my account to be deleted? That's going to link to a form, which we're going to look at in a second, and so on and so forth. Okay. So the last bit of that information was areas of the site and links that call the contact form pop-up. So that's right what I just alluded to a second ago. So we've got this question and we answer it and we say, please reach out. And if they click reach out, that's a link to a pop-up. That pop-up is this form, which is one of the templates we're covering here. Okay. In this form is, obviously you see how it is designed. It pre-populates the Actually, you know what? I'll get into that in a second here. Let's just continue on with notes for the support page. We'll get into the contact form and everything. Okay, so again, the areas that we're talking about here. The support page for the starter site provides real-world examples for these areas: account, billing, listing features, listing management, and listing promotions. Okay, so scrolling on down, we've got a section here that talks about their account. Next one down talks about anything related to billing. And we're going to skip listing features and come back to that because that's a big one. Next one up is listing management. So all things related to that, promoting your listings, a link to get you started with that, how to switch your plans and a link to that, how to unpublish, listing expiration, all that. Obviously you can add or subtract, modify any of this stuff when you get your hands on the template or the starter site itself. And then listing promotions, again, real world information, for how this particular starter site is built. And you just plug in your own information. Your packages aren't going to be called package 1 and package 2. So you just replace it with your own information. Okay. That's real world information. Okay. Let's look at this listing features here. I'm actually going to clear some cache here because I'm seeing something that I shouldn't color wise. Let me refresh this here. There we go. Okay, that's just because I recently changed the colors of this site. I wanted to go with more of a blue color than the previous red. So that's, if you've seen any of the previous videos, we're going to use this blue color going forward, which I really love it. But anyway, so that was the reason for clearing the cache on that. This is a really cool section here, and let's go back to the notes. Listing features. For this starter site, I thought it would be interesting to lay out the various features to match the content and layout of the product packages / pricing tables. So let's look at the pricing tables. Let's pull those up. Okay, so see how these are laid out? Package name, package short description right here. We've got the listing and then all of the features right here. If I could get my mouse to work. or keyboard to work. There we go. So here's that. So you see how that's laid out? I thought it would be cool to lay this out in the exact same fashion, right? Get the packages and the different features. So then when they expand these, then it's got a little education on what each of these features are, okay? So it educates people. Really, really cool stuff, in my opinion. Another cool feature is, oh, by the way, this is built using Elementor's nested accordions, which is one of their newer features. So you'll have full capability to get in here and add more than just text to these accordions. You can add anything. Anything can be added to those: videos, text, whatever, any other widget, whatever you want to add. So that's a newer thing to Elementor. Okay, so that's how those are built. They're built for the future, right? Another really cool thing about this is if you look here, package 4 has this badge. So this is exactly how their badge is going to look on this particular starter site if their listing is verified. So I thought it'd be cool. Let's add that same badge here. So in short, I'm showing here the same layout, same design, everything as like the pricing tables. So I thought that'd be really, really cool. Okay, so what next here? Let's look at mobile responsiveness. So everything looks good here on a laptop. Let's go to a tablet here. Everything looks good. And then let's go finally to a mobile device. So everything looks good here. Just click on a couple of these just to bring them up. There we go. All looks good. That all looks good. Cool. What else can I say about this? These placeholder images are there. If you read the build notes for the starter site, I go into why I added these and the real benefits of doing this versus adding real images. So I'll let you guys read all about that. But that is that. So let's go ahead and look at the dark mode. So here is the dark mode version. This heading up here is dynamic. So it is inputting the name of the site right there. So whatever the name of your site is, it's automatically going to pull that in. And then it's going to follow that up. So that's right here. And it's going to follow that up by the word support. Okay. So that's going to be dynamic because this page is got dark mode in the name. That's why it looks like this. Okay. But here you go. All of the elements are the same, or content is the same, I should say. It's just the design is for dark mode. And we see that caching issue there again. Let me just refresh this page. There we go. So yeah, all the same content. It's just made to look good in dark mode, right? So eliminates potentially the need for a CSS editor type of plugin like CSS Hero or Micro Themer or something like that. You can just get this page ready to rock in dark mode. Okay, same thing. It's all the same responsiveness that you would expect. Everything looks good on mobile. All of that sort of thing. Okay, so let's look at the contact form pop-up. So as I say here, upon loading the page, a pop-up trigger will slide in from the left, and when clicked, call up a contact form pop-up. Please see the contact form pop-up section for more information about this feature. So if I go back here and let's reload the page. So I showed you what it looks like when you click the link from within one of these accordions. So you can click this link. Oop, that's the wrong link. Sorry about that. Let's see, where are we at? Clicking this link brings up the same form, but you'll see here, let's reload the page again. Let's just say someone doesn't click on that accordion and they're just scrolling down the page here and they're like, oh, listing features, I kind of need some help. Ooh, what's this? This thing slides into the left and they're like, oh, I have a question. So let's click that. Boom, then that pops up the form. So on the left here, that's what I call a pop-up trigger. Call it whatever you want. Brings up the form, okay? So let's talk about the form a little bit. For that, I'm going to go back to my notes. Again, real quick, support page templates. They are available right now on the club website, dark mode and light mode. And let's go here to the contact form pop-up. This form can be called on strategic pages. Should say this form is called on strategic pages. I'm calling it on the how it works page, and whenever that gets built, and the support page, which I've just shown you. Using links and pop-up triggers so users can quickly ask questions without leaving the page. Contact form pop-up trigger. This Elementor pop-up automatically slides into the left. I already showed you that. That template is also available. So everything I'm showing here is currently available on the club website. I give you instructions here because not everybody knows this. If you call a pop-up from a button or any element that has a link field built into it with Elementor, it's super easy to call a pop-up. It's just, you just specify the pop-up. But if you want to do it from a link, I give you the instructions on how to do that. So that's right there. Contact form dynamic content. So I spent a lot of time here, I shouldn't say a lot, it's a good amount of time trying to really make these fields as dynamic as possible, both to help you, the customer, the list, someone that buys the starter site or the template, pre-fill this information, but it also helps the users and your customers of your site, less steps for them to have to fill in stuff. So let's look at that. Sender name, dynamically fill in the display name of the logged in user. So we see that is right here with MyListing Club. Sender email, dynamically fill in the logged in user's email address. Okay, so we see that right there. Recipient email, so you won't be able to see this on the front end here, obviously. Dynamically send messages to the site admin email address. So that is settings, general, on a WordPress website, and then whatever you have set here as your admin email address, that this form is dynamically going to go to that address. So there's nothing you have to configure there if you don't want to. Subject, dynamically fill in based on what the sender selects from the subject dropdown. So what that means is whatever they choose here for the subject, let's say it's partnership, that is automatically going to populate in the email with partnership in there. Okay. Next up, from email, dynamically send from the site admin email address. So that's something, again, you won't see until the email goes through, but it's dynamic. In short, it dynamically fills in the from email. And the same with the from name, dynamically fill in with new message from and then the site name. Okay. I will pull up my email here in another tab. See if I can show you guys this. Let's fill in the form. I'll reload the page. We'll do this all from scratch. I come here and I'm like, can I contact someone if I have questions? Yeah, cool. Let's reach out. It automatically put my display name in there. It automatically put my email. I'm going to say, I want to talk to someone about support. Yo, support. Okay, let's send that. And remember what I said, it's going to dynamically send the recipient email, dynamically send messages to the site admin email address, which is ryan@wpturnedup.com. Okay. So I'm going to submit that. Let me see that is successful. And let me sign into my email over here and I'll show you what this looks like. All right, here we go. So we've got, there we go. So there we go. Two, it's automatically went to that address that I showed you. The name, the display name, the email that it's from. Here's the message laid out, and trying to think what else. Where's the subject? Subject. Oh, here it is. So this is just because this is my email client. It's a web client. It'll look different on yours, but you see that's the subject up there is support. So it did everything we needed to do. It looks nice and clean in the layout. This is the from email address, which will look better when it's actually on your email system. This is just the temporary email service from Keensta, so that's why it looks like that. But this will all work once it's on your actual site and look really nice. Okay, so what else can I show you? There's also a dark mode version of the form. So let's go to, we'll take a quick peek at that. That's under what, pop-ups. The trigger is going to look good whether you're on light mode or dark mode. So there's just one trigger template. So let's go ahead and look at this dark mode version of the form. Good. There you go. So it all looks good. This took some CSS to do right here. So, obviously that's included. Otherwise, you're going to see a white background on this. So you need, it's not possible with Elementor out of the box to have this dark background that matches the rest of the fields. So I had to add some CSS, which you will get or would get, all that good stuff. Let's send another message. Let's do general test this, submit. Here we go. So we see the text is white, so it's going to show up. That everything is adjusted, so it looks good on dark mode and light mode. Let's go ahead and check. Let's pull up a form here on the front. Let's just check responsiveness. There we go. Form looks good on laptop, desktop, mobile, iPad. Good stuff. All right, guys, I think that's it. I think that's all I need to show you for this, and hope all is well, and I will catch you in the next video. See ya.